If someone walked up to you and asked you to do 20 push-ups for $1 million, you think you'd be able to do that? Well, according to stats, a lot of people would have trouble doing that. So today, I put together a plan to not only do your first push-up, but to master it. That way, in a likely scenario, someone asks you that question for $1 million, you don't end up staying broke.
Shit.
In your pockets.
My pocket. I mean, all I got is my wallet, though.
Yeah, give me that.
Trying to make this a very informative video, so please ignore the Jameson shirt, okay? As a matter of fact, let's switch out of this. Alright, let's get started on how to master your first push-up.
Come on, man! That's too easy!
What was that? You could already do a push-up when you already mastered your push-up? Well, if you already mastered your push-up, at the other half of this video, I'm going to show you how to include push-ups into your already established chest workout so you can get an even juicier chest. Okay, for step 1, you're going to start training on an incline. I know this might seem obvious to some, but some people may not know. They might start trying to do push-ups on the floor, and it's really hard. You can do this one of two ways. Option 1 is to do a push-up off the wall, or you can find a bar and do a setup kind of like this. The downside to doing push-ups on the wall is that your head's in the way, so you don't have really great range of motion. But if that's all you got, that's all you got. I'd really prefer doing the push-up on a bar or a place where as you go down to your chest, your head's not in the way of anything, so you can practice getting a feel of that full range of motion. As for your form, feet together, feet slightly apart, doesn't really matter there, but what matters is the upper body. So I want to see a 45-degree angle at the elbows. A lot of clients that I train, they start doing their pressing motion with their elbows flared out. That's not good for the shoulders at all in the long term. I like to think of it like your elbows should be in the sweet spot between all the way down at your sides versus all the way out, flared out. Either one isn't good, but right in between, and you're making money. As for the tempo, you're not in the military, so don't rep these out fast. You want to learn to control it, so it's okay if you take your time. So I want 2 seconds down and then pushing up. Another thing that I noticed for a lot of clients when they're starting out doing a push-up and they're struggling is that they have their hips hanging in the air. You don't want to do that, okay? You don't want to be laughed at in the gym, right? So make sure there's like an imaginary line from your feet to your head, so your hips are in line with everything else. And as you go down, everything's moving down at the same time, instead of having your butt look like it's ascending to heaven. This is extremely important because it'll carry over into other forms of push-ups, even when you make it to like a flat push-up. Okay, so how much should you be doing? I would say try doing these for 8 to 12 reps. If you get to 15 on a certain incline, that's time for you to lower the incline to make it a little bit more challenging. If you're doing push-ups only as a form of a chest workout, you can do these for, 2 to 3 times a week. If you're doing these in conjunction with like other chest movements, I'll probably do once or twice a week. And the same goes for the opposite too. A lot of people tend to hang their hips down when they're doing a push-up. Let's try to keep that in line. I know it's harder, but it's going to pay off. Trust me. When you're flexing on everyone in the gym as you wrap out your single arm push-ups, it's going to be worth it. If step 1 is challenging for you, just stick with it. Don't feel bad. Michael Hearn wasn't built in one day, so you should see some sort of results and difference within 1 month. All right, step 2 is getting your core right. Yeah, I bet you didn't see that one coming, right? A nice curveball. The only thing stopping you from crumbling in this push-up position is having a strong core. The stronger your core, the easier the push-up will be for you. I have a question for you. Do you think you can hold a plank for a minute? You can go ahead and pause the video if you want and see if you can do that. If you can, you're stronger than like the average person, core-wise. When it comes to strengthening my core, I like to keep it simple. You can do planks, you can do Russian twists, sit-ups, weighted sit-ups, V-ups. You can get fancy with it, or you can be as simple as you want. But like I said, with a lot of things, it comes with consistency. I read somewhere a long time ago that you could do abs like almost every day because it's a muscle that you use every day. But I would say that's kind of bullshit. Just kind of listen to your body, actually. If you're ridiculously sore while you're working out, doing abs, take a break, like a couple days, okay? Don't push through it. Working through the pain is not an anime character development, okay? It's just a setback waiting to happen. Congratulations, you made it to step 3. Step 3 should take about anywhere from 2 to 3 months, and by now you definitely should be seeing your push-ups get better, and you should be able to get lower and lower. Soon enough, you'll be like all the other big boys and girls, doing push-ups flat on the floor with no problems. You should also be seeing some sort of definition in your arms and chest, and your abs should be feeling a little firmer. Unfortunately though, doing push-ups and abs will not give you that shredded look. If you're not seeing much definition, don't feel bad. Just keep working on that diet. I don't even have shredded abs, and I'm doing okay. You should be at a certain point where you're ready to tackle the kneeling push-ups. Kneeling push-ups are exactly what they sound like. They're just push-ups from your knees. The same rule applies to step 1, okay? Watch that butt. Do not let it hang in the air and do not sag, because that will definitely be taking away from properly moving in that push-up range of motion. If you've really gotten strong on doing the incline push-ups and you've gotten to a very low angle, kneeling push-ups might feel easier, but stick with it and just do these just because it allows you to touch the floor. It's like a new feeling. It just gets you mentally more prepared for doing a flat push-up. Just include these along with the incline push-ups if you feel like doing so. Instead of doing these in sets like a regular exercise in the gym, just try to aim for like 60 to 80 push-ups per workout. I know that sounds like a lot, but you could just split these into like sets of 10s and 12s or 15s, and you can knock these out in about half hour, 45 minutes. Don't worry, guys. Remember, this is for impressing the gym mommies, okay? It's gonna be worth it. and for the women gym daddies, I guess. Okay, step 4 is working on your eccentrics. Half the battle is learning how to control your body going down into that full push-up position. So what I want you to do is get up into a full plank position, and now slowly take your time and try to control yourself to touch the floor as one, okay? If it's challenging, it's okay to like have your thighs touch the ground first and then your chest and stomach, but over time, I want you to aim to try to touch the floor flat. Now that you're fully flat on the floor, I want you to like give me like a reverse wormy. So your chest is coming off the floor first and then your hips. And then you're just gonna keep repeating that. You can give me 2 to 3 sets of these for like 8 to 10, along with the other push-up variations that we talked about. Hey guys, before we go on to step 5, I have an extra step in case you don't feel like you're ready to do that flat push-up on the floor. I have step 4.5. So it's pretty much a push-up with an assistance of bands. Let me show you what that is. For this step, you're gonna need 3 things. You're gonna need some bands, either some thick ones or some skinny johns. You're gonna need these hook thingies. I don't know what these are called, but they're lifesavers. We'll call them lifesavers. And the last thing you'll need is a rack to strap these things onto. If you don't have a gym, or if your gym doesn't have this, it's totally fine. Just stick to the other steps that I spoke about in this video and you should be fine. Now, you're able to do a push-up. If you place the bands lower on your stomach, this should stop, touching your elbows. So if you go closer up here, like this, then they're definitely gonna get in the way. But if I move up, right, boom, easy. There's also 2 ways to make this easier or harder. As you raise the rack higher, there's more assistance throughout your push-up, okay? If it's lower, I'm only gonna get assistance whenever I make contact with the band. Another way to make this easier, obviously, is with heavier bands. Yeah, and there you have it, step 4.5. I don't know where I'm gonna put this in the video, but you guys need to really pay attention on this next segment here because it could potentially stop you from mastering your push-up. And it's all about how you engage your back as you do your push-up, especially for the women that are watching this video. I know it's not a lot of you. It's probably like 5 of you guys that are watching this video, but I'm talking to you 5, all right? Pay attention because this is very important. When you train on an angle that you're not ready for, you can start looking very awkward when you're doing your push-ups. For a regular push-up, you want to have your back engaged. So in this position here, my back is ready to go. And then I do my push-up. In some cases, if that angle is too much for you, your shoulder blades will smash into each other and essentially collapse, and that's going to cause you a lot of pain. And if it does cause you a lot of pain, it'll stop you from going all the way down. So I've trained a lot of women that run into this problem. And so when their shoulder blades are smashing into each other like this, you'll have trouble going deeper. So that means 2 things. That angle is way too challenging for you. And 2, you need to work on your back. So be aware of that potential pitfall there. Okay, now it's time for step 5. It's time to try the push-up. It's been 4 to 6 months leading up to this moment. At this point, I don't care who you are or where you're from, you should definitely be seeing some sort improvement, and some sort of definition in the arms. Your arms should be firmer, chest should be a little firmer. Ladies, I don't know what women would see. I never really looked that up, but you should be getting stronger is my point. The only way you should not be seeing any results so far is if you've been eating like trash bags and not getting any sleep at all. So this stuff works, man, I'm telling you. Now at this point, you should be able to do a push-up, and you should be pretty proud of that. Take a second, celebrate. Now stop. I've got a new challenge for you. According to my research, the average American man can do somewhere around 20 push-ups. So I want you as your next goal to see if you can do more than 20. Now, for the rest of you that can do 20 push-ups or more, I have another question for you. What the hell are you still doing on this video? I'm kidding. I'm going to show you how to use push-ups in your chest workout to make your chest even more pumped and sore the next day. It's actually a chest finisher that you can use at the end of your chest day or push day workout. I use this a lot for my clients and they love it. When I say they love it, they hate my guts at the end of the workout, but it's very effective. So since it's something that I do at the end of a chest workout, I got to work out first. So cue the chest workout montage. I don't feel like doing a chest workout right now. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, so we're just gonna have to skip that. Okay, so the chest finisher that I'm talking about is pretty simple. So you're gonna be on your knees, and remember guys, this is for after a workout, like a good workout, like an hour and some change, okay? If you don't do a very good workout that where you have like decent fatigue, you're not gonna feel these as much, and you might have to do more to get the same result. You're gonna give me 5 push-ups. Right? 3, 4. On the 5th one, you're gonna hold for 5 seconds. Right above the floor, then come up. That counts as 1 rep, okay? Generally speaking, after a workout, I try to go for 4 to 5 reps of these little mini reps within a set, and I do that about 2 to 3 sets. I know that might be kind of confusing, but like I said, I try to do 2 to 3 sets of these. When you try it, even after like the 2nd rep, you'll start to see that your arms are going to be shaking, your whole body's going to be shaking. But trust me guys, it's a great way to finish off a chest workout. Okay, so far in the video, I've shown you how to do a regular push-up safely with good form. I've also shown you how to do a chest finisher after your workout to get a nice good pump. Now I'm going to show you some variations so you can either do these at home or when you're bored in the gym and you want to do some other form of pushing exercise so it doesn't get too boring. Okay, so we are starting off strong with the plyometric in-out push-ups. Try to do these in the beginning if you choose to do that. After that, we have some wide push-ups. Nothing much to say there. If you want to be fancy, you can do staggered push-ups. I love doing these. If you really want to show off but you can't do a single arm push-up just yet, archer push-ups are a way to go. Just a little warning though, half the gym will be impressed while the other half is going to be wondering what the you're doing. And you can't forget the classic tricep push-ups. It's not a popular opinion, but I don't like doing diamond push-ups because if not done correctly, it puts a lot of pressure on your elbows, and it's pretty easy to do those wrong. And if you want to take it even further, you can do everything that I talked about on a decline. Oh yeah. This is for the real self-masochists out there. If you love calisthenics, give this a try, guys. I did these for years, and even when you stop doing them and you come back to it, if you did it for long enough, it just becomes natural. All right, guys, well, that's all that I have for the push-ups. If you guys have any questions down below, just let me know. In the meantime, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and bench press that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Profit out.